Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the best point and shoot cameras in 2020. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I'm trying to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. To find out more information about these point and shoot cameras you can check out the description below, and also don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest technology reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At number 5, it's the Panasonic Lumix ZS100. One of the best point-and-shoot cameras in the market today is the Panasonic Lumix ZS100. It's one of the best cameras when it comes to quick autofocus and great macro capability, and also it's one of the best point-and-shoot cameras. It has a nice 10x zoom range and many more great features that anyone who wants to take some nice pictures would love to see. The first thing you'll notice is that this camera can fit anywhere. It can easily slide into your pocket. You'll see that there's a ring around the lens which can be programmed to change settings depending on your personal needs. The ring around the lens of this camera is a bit larger than normal and feels more comfortable. I also noticed that the controls of the Panasonic Lumix ZS100 are very simple and pretty easy to feel and manipulate. Anyone can get used to the controls pretty quickly. The thing is that every single button on the Panasonic Lumix ZS100 is positioned very logically and intuitively, providing easy control. It can take pretty great selfies, but unfortunately this camera doesn't have a flip-up LCD. It's a very responsive camera, and I noticed that there were no missing shots or delays whatsoever. When I took pictures in good light, the focusing and the shooting were done in about 0.1 seconds, which is very impressive. In my opinion, it's better to set the focus yourself rather than activating the full autofocus mode because it can get a bit frustrating. Also, it's better to manually adjust the setting because the modes in this camera might choose the wrong settings. It gives a huge amount of punch and vibrancy, and overall the picture quality is just amazing, giving an impressive detail impression. It's one of the best cameras that have a 1-inch type sensor. One thing that you should know is that this camera has a lacking lens, and that's the only disadvantage of this camera. Otherwise, the image sensor is very good and has a lot of features. I would say that if it had a better lens, it would be in the top 3 without a doubt. If you want a good-looking camera that provides nice image quality, make sure to check out the Panasonic Lumix ZS100. At number 4, it's the Olympus Tough TG6. Another great point-and-shoot camera is the Olympus Tough TG6. It's one of the most durable cameras in the market because it's built with high-quality materials and it can last you for years without a single problem. Also, the image quality is top-notch and has plenty more great features that you should check out. This one provides excellent picture quality and also gives you the ability to take great underwater pictures since it's waterproof with a depth of 50 feet, which is pretty impressive. This camera can burst photos at 20 FPS, it can do 4K resolution videos and it can capture raw image files. It has plenty more features, and the best thing about it is that it doesn't come at a very high price. The build quality is something else. It can handle extreme things without a problem. I tested this camera and dropped it from 6 feet. When I picked it up, I realised that the camera was good as new, without a single scratch. I should also mention that this camera is freeze-proof to 14 degrees Fahrenheit and crush-proof to 220 pounds. It's aimed at people who perform extreme sports and things like that, but doesn't mean that it's not good for everyday usage too. This beast has a 12-megapixel CMOS image sensor that makes the resolution of the camera amazing. You should also know that it has a dual quad-core TruePic 8 image processor, and this processor can help a lot with taking the picture you're looking for. Something else I noticed was that this camera has a 4x optical zoom lens with an f2.0 maximum aperture at its 25mm wide angle. The battery life is below average, but it can recharge via a micro USB. Other great features like the high refractive and high dispersion index lenses are great too, and also the GPS or action tracking is amazing on this one. It's a camera that can take amazing photos no matter the conditions, and if you want a camera that's built like a tank and can take plenty of astonishing pictures, make sure to check out this beast and see if it's the one you were looking for. Number 3, the Fujifilm X1 F. Moving on, we have one of the best point-and-shoot cameras. Fujifilm has done a great job with cameras, and the X100 series has always been classed as one of the best compact digital camera systems. This one can take some amazing pictures and has plenty great features that any photographer would love to see. It's one of the sharpest looking and best performing point-and-shoot cameras in the market today. It has a very beautiful design and it's one of the most portable in the compact camera category. They've stayed true to the original concept of the X100, keeping the industrial design that plenty of photographers love. It's a very streamlined design and it looks pretty good. I noticed that the screen is on the far left and the controls are all on the right side, which gives you a one-handed operation. The whole body is metal and it looks very premium and classy. It has a well-built quality and in hand the camera feels very comfortable. Now when it comes to image quality, this camera does a great job. On this one, Fujifilm has included film simulation mode such as Acros black and white mode. I love the film simulation mode because it provides pictures with astonishing depth and real intensity. I should also mention that the Fujifilm X1 F's dynamic range expansion modes were pretty effective too. The 23mm f2 lens that this camera has is not that good, but not that bad after all. Thanks to the 24.3MP X-Trans CMOS 3 APS-C sensor, you could take some extraordinary pictures. It also has an 8-way focus lever, plus the number of the focusing points has been expanded to 91, since in the previous models it was 49, and this is pretty impressive. I can say that the shooting experience of this camera is not comparable to any other camera. In my opinion, it's one of the best cameras to shoot with. Its only disadvantage is that it's a little bit pricey, but Fujifilm cameras hold their factory price value for a long time. If you want one of the best, you should check out the Fujifilm X1 F and see what it can offer. At number 2, it's the Sony DSC WX 220. Sony's done a great job when it comes to point-and-shoot cameras lately, and one of the best point-and-shoot cameras in the market today is the Sony DSC WX 220. If you don't need any advanced camera, but you're not sure about your smartphone's ability to take photographs, you should try the Sony DSC WX 220. This is an ultra-portable pocket shooter with an optical steady-shot image stabilization system providing you with a sharp shot through the light and zoom range. Make sure you check this one out. The first thing I noticed is that this camera is very portable. The CyberShot is very thin and tiny. It can fit into any jeans pocket with ease. Even though it's pretty slim and small, it has a 10x optical zoom, pretty impressive for its size. There's no thumb rest or grip on the front of the camera because it's very lightweight and it's very compact too. There are very few buttons on the camera because of the size, but there are more than enough there for basic photography. Also, you can change the settings and choose your modes. Something else that you should know is that the Sony DSC WX 220 provides very good image quality and is a top performer. It packs an 18.2MP sensor that resolves a good amount of detail. Looking at the pictures, the image does reveal that some image smoothing is done in some areas, but it's not unexpected on this price point. In high ISO, it's pretty good, and the loss of detail and amount of noise is expected for its category. I should also mention that the camera has a built-in Wi-Fi and NFC, which you can use to transfer your photographs and videos. The colours are pretty bright and vibrant, as is always expected from Sony. The camera's metering system does an excellent job of producing balanced exposures. Some people think that the fact that this camera is small may not provide you with good quality, but the Sony DSC WX 220 does an amazing job for its category, with good detail, vibrant colours and low noise levels. If you need a camera to be compact while also not losing performance, then the Sony DSC WX 220 is the camera that you should check out. And at number 1, it's the Canon PowerShot ELPH 180. As our top pick, we have the Canon ELPH 180. This camera is focused on having high quality images for a very budget-friendly price. It has plenty of great features, and something that I love the most about this camera is that if you want to get a bit more from the battery, you can enable the ELPH 180's Eco mode to preserve and improve battery life. It has many more great features that you should check out. It has a very nice design. It measures 3.7 by 2.1 by 0.9 inches, and it weighs 4.4 ounces, which is pretty good. It has features and specs like its predecessor. The 20MP CCD sensor remains unchanged, as well as the 8x optical zoom, 28 to 224mm equivalent lens. The lens has a maximum aperture range of f3.2 to f6.9. I should also mention that you're getting a camera that's easy to use with its smart auto mode. This one automatically selects the optimal camera settings for your particular subject. It also includes screen modes and a brand new auto zoom feature, and this one allows the camera to automatically zoom in to frame your subject and also keep it in focus. You can also record video in .mov files to capture JPEG stills. You can also know that the video is recorded at 720p resolution at 25 frames per second, which is good enough. It's available in both silver and red. The ELPH 180's lens or sensor does not include any sort of mechanical image stabilization. However, it is truly one of the best point-and-shoot cameras in the market. It has a Digic 4 Plus image processor with ISO 1600, optical image stabilization, Eco mode and Smart Auto. You should also know that the 2.7-inch 230K dot rear LCD monitor is amazing for composing imagery, navigating the menu, or reviewing photos and more. It's one of the best, and you should definitely check out the Canon PowerShot ELPH 180 and see if it's the camera that you were looking for. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.